we are born to love learning. Now, I know we joke about it and we say studying is like tribulation, and we say that studying is so tough. But listen, by nature, when we were kids, we were born to love learning. God created us, humans, when we were kids, with an innate love for learning. Do you know that babies or a 1, 2, 3, 4-year-old, by nature, they want to learn. By nature, they are not playing. So the problem is this. The problem is that we have a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, right? And from our adult parent perspective, is that, they want to play. But that's not true. They are not wanting to play. They are wanting to learn. So we parents, you know what we do? We buy toys for them to play. We buy toys that are to occupy them, to distract them. And if you're a good parent, you buy toys that are educational. That while they play, they learn. But that's not how God created it. It is while they learn, they play. Let me say it one more time. While they are learning, they are playing. So if you get a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and when they don't need a toy, they are exploring, they are learning. You see, for a 3-year-old, how does a 3-year-old learn and explore? Basically by the 5 senses. So you give a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old a toy, he will look at it, he will touch it, feel it, he will shake it to hear it, and then he will bring up close to his face and he will smell it and bite it. He's not playing. He is learning whether it is edible or not edible, whether it smells good or it doesn't. So you give him a toy. He's doing licking it, biting it, shaking it. He is not playing. We think, so cute, he's playing. He's not. He is learning. And then, after he tried all this for about 2 minutes, what does he do? He drops it, he breaks it. Right? He's not being mean to you. He's not offending you. He is trying to see if it comes apart. And if it comes apart, he tries to put it together again. But you know what we do? We parents, we say, I buy you this toy, $69, and it occupies you for 2 minutes. Oh, my kid has short attention span. No, he doesn't have short attention span. He's a fast learner. 2 minutes, he has explored everything, and he goes, next. Are you getting this? He breaks it, and he tries to put together. We go, don't break my $69 toy. We buy it, and we say, my son, look at it, all right? Look. Okay, enough. We're going to put it on top of the shelf. Just look at it. But if you don't allow him to dismantle it, to break it, you take away the spirit, because it's the same spirit that when he grows up, he dismantles the laptop or the CPU to see what's inside. It's the same spirit when he opens the hood or the bonnet of the car and tries to figure out the engine. It's the same spirit that makes them innovators and inventors. But the moment you say, don't spoil it, don't dismantle it, and don't put it together, just look at it, you are taking away that innovation inside of them, that spirit inside of them. So you got to understand, kids, they are not playing. They are learning. So you know what? When my daughter was young, I didn't buy toys for her. And some of you are like, oh, you mean father. You miserly. No, of course, I have lots of you guys buying toys for her, so I thank you. But really, it's because I understood that she doesn't need toys to play. She needs to learn. So even when she was 2, 3, 4 years old, I let her play with the pots and pans. Yeah, some of you are laughing. Yeah, and the knives. No, not the knives. The pots and pans. I used to let her play with the torchlight. Because when a 2-year-old, they really figure out what's the torch like. Dismantle it, take out the battery. Oh, without the battery, there's no light. They are making connections for a 2, 3, 4-year-old. I use the favorite thing I do. When she was 6 months old, I carry her and let her play with a light switch. It's like, you let him? Yes, play with the light switch, because as a 6-month-old, when they figure out, oh, I press this, no light. I press it again, there. It's like they are figuring out stuff. That's playing for them. When they are learning, they are playing. So I used to let her play with the remote control. I know Singaporean parents keep all the remote control. Because when she was 2, 3 years old, play with the remote control, because then she will figure out stuff. See, it is by playing or by learning, they are also playing at the same time. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because young people, by nature, they want to learn. By nature, we love to learn. We love to explore. We love to invent and innovate. And if you kill that spirit, you will kill the entrepreneurism in the adult. If you kill that spirit, you will not have engineers and architects and explorers. It is that spirit inside young people. And today, I speak to all the young people is, if you find studying boring, if for the adults, if you find learning boring, you know what? You need to revive and resurrect that child inside of you. That child that is curious, that child that wants to learn. Turn to your neighbor and say, let's be a child again. Amen. So are you getting this? Young people, children, they love to learn. And for all of you who are taking your exams, you go back to that spirit to love learning. Children also likes to ask questions. It's strange when they're 4, 5, 6 years old, they ask questions all the time. But when they go to school, they don't ask questions anymore. Well, at least in a Singaporean school, right? You see, because asking questions is good. It is a inquisitive, is a curious nature that should be encouraged. So when your child comes to you as a 4, 5-year-old and say, Daddy, Mommy, what is in the sky? And what are those stars? What are beyond the stars? And they ask you, what holds up the stars? And is there anything else in the stars? We turn around and say, shut up, you are wasting my time. If you're nicer, I always say, ask Mommy. Or your child comes to you and, Daddy, what makes the plant green? And Daddy, why is there a man in the TV? So when they ask questions, they are not trying they're not asking silly questions. They're not trying to irritate you. They're not just trying to waste your time. They really want to know. Don't shut them up. Don't shut them out. Amen. Because when a 4-year-old asks, what is in the sky? What are the stars? What holds up the stars? You know what? In America, there's an organization called NASA. And they spend billions of dollars. And if you really bring down all the experiment and exploration, you know what they're asking? They're asking, what's in the stars? What holds up the stars? What is behind the stars? Is there any life out there? When they are 4-year-old, they're asking silly questions. When they are 40-year-old, they are scientists. They are researchers. So listen, if you stop or score your children from asking silly questions, you are killing the scientist inside of them. You are murdering the genius that's inside of them. So again, for those of you who are in school right now, you're 14, you're 16 years old, you got to go back and love learning again. Bring out the child in you again, because that is your true nature. Come on, give Jesus a big hand clap. Ask questions. How to God Church? Students, when you are in school at any level, when you are at workplaces, ask questions. I do not understand why Singaporeans they don't like to ask questions to clarify, to understand. You see, let me tell you this. In life, it is more important to ask the right questions than to get the right answer. See, but the problem with our education system is find the right answer, right? Find the right answer. If you cannot find the right answer in your 10-year series, go to the back page and you have the right answers over there. All we care about is finding the right answers. But in life, it is more important to ask the right questions than to find the right answers. You know why? Because if you ask the wrong question, you will get the wrong answer. So you got to make sure that your questions are right in the first place. See, a lot of people ask, adults, they ask this question, how to be rich? So if you ask the question, how to be rich, now you're smart people, in 20, 30 years, we will figure out how to be rich. We will find the right answer to how to be rich. But for me, perhaps asking a better question would be how to be happy. Because to me, how to be happy can include being rich or having money. But how to be happy also, the answer must also be great family relationships, great relationships. It should also be health. So if you ask how to be rich, to me it's not a comprehensive question and you will not get a comprehensive answer. In life, it's very important to ask the right question because the right question will lead you to the right answer. And everybody say, Amen. So again, the major problem is that we have teachers, we have adults, and we have taken away that natural love for learning and we replace it with playing. Because when they are 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and we are busy and we want them to be occupied and not bother us, we give them the iPad. We put in a DVD and we occupy them. And then we switch them from learning into playing. And they get into that pattern and they go to school. Listen, why am I telling you this? Because all of us and all of you students, you have been reprogrammed wrongly. So we have been switched from learning into playing. As you grow older, you are switched into entertainment. So you have entertainment in the movies, on TV, on YouTube, on whatever. You're switched from learning into playing, into gaming, into entertainment. So we are programmed that way. So if we're not entertained, if we're not playing, we are bored. And if we are bored, we go to our mobile devices and we get entertained. See, you got to switch back out from being entertained to learning. Amen. So today, I want to say, and I hope I don't sound like a parent nagging at you, your mobile devices, it's not from the devil. I know to parents, yeah, that thing seems to be from the devil. It's nothing wrong. It's great technology. The problem is not the phone. It's not the iPad. The problem is us. We have been programmed by Hollywood for entertainment. And they want you to be programmed because the more you watch, the more money they earn. Now, nothing wrong with movies. I watch movies too. I watch TV too, all right? But I'm saying that if we are programmed that all we look for are games for playing, entertainment in movies and YouTube, we are not able to learn anymore. And that is why studying is so terrible. It's such a tribulation. Because now we don't want to learn. Now we want to play. Now we want to be entertained. Amen. So all the students here, I want you to know, you are born curious. You are born inquisitive. The younger you are, the more natural it is for you to love learning. So, why do you go to school? To get a certificate? Yeah, but that's a byproduct. Why do you go to school? Do well in exams so that you get into a good school, so that you can get a good job and then earn money. Yep, that's a byproduct. But really, you go to school and you learn so that you can train your mind. Turn to your neighbor and say, train your mind. And the last thing I want you to know is this. Also, I hear a lot of young people tell me, the students, and they say, oh, everything I learn is not relevant. I'm going to be an accountant, so geography has no relevance to me. I'm not going to be a doctor, so I don't like to learn biology. I'm not going to be a doctor. They tell me I'm going to be, an engineer, so I don't need to learn history. So they have this relevancy, and yeah, there's some truth in them. This relevancy is good. But you change your perspective, that everything is for learning. I love learning. History is fun. Geography is fun. You see, it's not just for you to get the cert to get a job. It's not just relevant so that you can get the job. It is learning. Learning anything and everything. It is fun to learn because by nature, you want to learn. So don't stereotype yourself. I've known a lot of students, they stereotype, oh, I am not the engineering type. So mathematics and physics, that's not me. I'm the arts type. And then you have the arts type who say the same thing. Oh, I'm not the engineering type. You are the human type. All right? You are every type. Because you are born to learn. Let me close with this. Education starts when you go to school, but learning starts when you are born. Education ends when you leave school, but learning never ends.